Hello everyone and welcome back to Sydney Transport Vlogs. I am I am currently I'm going to be doing a run through on Sydney's updated, or just like looking at any trip and seeing some updates on Sydney's network. Not much has changed. I mean, well, obviously some major things have happened, but to our standard, some of the timetables have changed due to the April 20th timetable change. So yeah, there has been some major changes and some that have been kept the same. Oh, speaking of which, T2 London City Circle happens at this time. So let's get a trip list. So let's do upcoming events. This is going to be a 10 or so minute video. So what we need is Oscars. Uh, sorry, first up, which is quite late to do a video on, the Marians. South Coast. So this is way too late to do this, but this is one of the changes for the April 20th change. The D-sets have started services on the South Coastline, which is a major hit on Sydney's railway, which means that more cases have been retired, and currently there is only 2 KSET services running each day on weekly days. So there's only 2 KSETs, um, four four car sets. Um there are the two coupled together. So how do I explain this? There's 2 KSET services, and there's only four car KSETs left. So so that's the best I can explain it. So if I go to KSET on a daily basis, there really isn't much services. And on weekends, which has happened for a while, they don't run services on weekends anymore. This has happened for years. KSETs haven't been running services on weekends for years. But with the exception of this, this is the only exception, which is a child, of course. But never mind that for now. Let's get back to the updates. So, South Coast Services, Marianne Desert starting services. The date of starting services, April 20th, of course. So, they've already replaced half the Oscars. So, half the Oscars that weren't refurbished are getting refurbished as we speak. I mean, not really. Throughout the coming weeks, of course. Yep. And our KSETs. So let me go back to the KSETs again. Of course, there's none on the south coastline. So here we are. KSETs. There's any there's only couple of services left throughout the week, so they will get shorter, I'm guessing. Let's go all the way down here. Not much has changed. All I have, or the information I have currently for the cases is that they're going to be retiring around mid 2026 or in September. So there are already cases already going to. Actually, I don't think they're going to Chullora yet, but they're going to be going to Flemington until some of the V-sets get scrapped. And until some of the V-sets make room for the K-sets, that's when they'll start scrapping them. And throughout the weeks, there have been some videos on other channels of K-sets, K-set whole cases getting transported via locomotives, which is of course diesel trains, freight locos. They're getting loco hauled from maintenance centers to maintenance centers. So for now, the case it's still running services, hopefully for until September, as they say. Hope it gets delayed so we can take more photos. Of course, I don't have much time at all to go on these trains at the moment during the school break, which is in June. I will be taking as much photos as I can of the cassettes and video. Of course, I'll be doing videos for last cassettes since we're not going to see them. We're not going to be seeing the cassettes for much longer. Anyway, let's go for the Oscars. So this update has happened in October. Wait 1 second. So T1 Schofields. Well, what's okay? Who cares then? Alright, there we go. Schofields. Oscar H says I've been going to Schofields for quite some time now, since October last year, which is a big change, which is a major change because Oscar's running to Schofields is going to the outcome of that is for the cases to retire. And also, let's go to a more major. Actually, we'll go to what I was gonna say a bit later in the video. So yeah, this is the H sits during the week. So like I was saying, there's also another thing as well. Why is it not coming up? Oh wait, maybe I should just put in one word. What? Okay. Recently, for the April 20th timetable change, Oscar H says I've started services going from Emu Plains to Hornsby or Brow, most likely Brow, and from Penrith to Hornsby via the North Shore, and also yeah, that's about it. So yeah, it has been quite a while since Oscar H's have been doing these services. The last time before the April 20th update was around 2017. Was the last time H's were running to the North Shore via Penrith. So that's a big change. And what else? What else? I've also noticed millenniums as well. Just millenniums in general. trying to go to. I'm trying to do this as an example. So, oh, so this right here is actually kind of rare now because lately I have not been seeing Millenniums actually doing review services due to the amount of Oscars have been replacing Waratahs on the T1 and T9 lines, which I'll get to there in a second. Millenniums have actually been replaced by Waratahs as well as the K-sets, and Millenniums have been doing MacArthur or Campbelltown via Sydenham, and sometimes during the peak hour via the airport line. Which when I see this, I just want to see this for a second. See, it's actually kind of rare to see Millennium doing a review service because those services have actually. Oh, so they have. Oh, okay. Because you see how it says does not stop. It's likely due to. Yeah, it's likely due to the peak hour services where some trains run past most of the stops on the T8 line up until Walleye Creek. For example, if I were to go to a thing like this, as you can see, it goes from MacArthur to all stations to Holsworthy, then Padstow. So it skips Ridgely altogether, which is a main stop on the T8 line. But instead, it stops at Padstow, Riverwood, skips all these stations into Walleye Creek, and then all stations to Central. Then goes around the city circle and goes all the way to Levington, of course. Peak hour services, I've seen them before. Oh, look at that. As I said, 27th of May, get your photos out on the T8 line. I mean, it's not really that major that you'll see Millenniums a lot on the T8 line. It's one of the major lines, but they won't be doing much review services, which is quite sad. Regarding the case sets also getting retired. For those who don't know, this app is called Tripless. It says in the top right, top left corner here. I don't know how to post links on my posts, so you guys can have a look. And yeah, so this is how I actually get most of my information from. So yeah, and also let's go to the Oscars actually running services on T9, which actually was part of the April 20th update. So I think this is actually a replacement of Tangaras on the T9 line, which I'm guessing now Tangaras might be doing some services during the week on the T8 line. I might actually get checked. I doubt. Actually, I don't think so. Let's see, because Millenniums are the trains that run services during the week, and then Tangaras kind of, in a way, replace the Millenniums and weekends. I don't know why they do that, but that's what happens. So yeah, heaps of T9 services, which will be happening probably forever. What was I gonna do again? Yeah, Tangaras T8. There we go. See? Weekends. If you have seen some of my videos, I've filmed Tangaras at stations on the T8 line, specifically Kingsgrove. all resigning. T8, Tangara, Thursday, 4th of June. Anyways, let's have a look. Ooh, regional assets. Get your cameras out because they go to Central quite often. I'm gonna go platform number 1. Monday the 25th. Get your cameras out, get some photos of the assets. They do lots and lots of test runs to Central. So, and let me. So these ones are actually in the morning, so you can take your photos out. If you haven't already, here's your opportunity. Monday. But that's not the only places you can also get assets. Look how much test runs they do. From Monday 25th, even though they should be doing more frequent. They do it more frequently. All reciting. They don't test very often on weekends. So, but this is going to Morrisett and from Stratford as well. I still haven't seen it. Actually, I've actually seen an asset before. I drove past Auburn once, a couple months ago, something like that, and I saw an asset parked there. So technically, that means I've seen it. I don't know. It's up to you. And for the record, this is gonna happen quite often indeed. This happens all the time. Regional assets do lots of so let me just speak more common sense here. Assets do run heaps of services. Sorry, test runs. Like pretty much every week. So it's not that rare not to see one. Unless during the week most of us have got things on, of course. And it's hard to see assets. I said this was gonna go for 10 minutes, but I've gone a bit overboard by 7 minutes. So what was I gonna do next? What was I gonna do? Heritage. Let's see the heritage. Heritage C. So Thursday's the heritage. Probably empty. Broadmeadow. Ooh, another recipe. Heritage train from Broadmeadow. Up the Central Coast in Newcastle one. Down to Lithgow. I just wanna claim something here. So if I just do this, right? And if I just put in the line Central Coast to Newcastle, then I go to zigzag. This is so cool. Kaboom. What happened? Oh, there we go. Rare sighting, people. Get your photos, go to zigzag and film this train. I'm joking. I mean, it's just a heritage, right? It's not gonna say it on the display screen, so you don't have to take a photo at Lithgow saying, "Oh my god, everybody, I'm at Lithgow and I got a Central Coast and Newcastle service." Actually, you know what I just realised? I think this is gonna go via the North Shore. What the heck? Oh, is it going by the freight line, is it? So it's gonna go from, it's gonna go from Concord West to Lithgow via the freight line. I wonder what this is. I don't even know what it is. Just let me know in the comments how to find this train and what train it is. Hunter Line. You may not know this, but it happens all the time. Yeah. Broadmeadow, Fanta. Watch this. They go past Broadmeadow so often. It is not even funny. I was losing my mind when I found out the Hunter sets went past Broadmeadow. Because I think they just go up to Broadmeadow, the UGL, I think that's what it's called. They go there and they get stored there for the night and stuff. But I did not realize they actually went there. That's not actually up their line. That's not the Hunter line. The Hunter line doesn't even go past there. They actually go past Broadmeadow, which I don't know why, but I find so cool. Anyway, what should we do next? What shall I do? XBT runs. WT 28, I think. Nope, not wrong one. WT 28, I think, is the candy livery. People, this is not confirmed, but I think this is the candy livery. XBT. I still haven't seen it, people. This is getting too hard for me to handle. And also, I'm just getting really tired right now. I'm probably gonna end the video soon. So this is just my first video doing a brief on Cynism Network. For those people that are wondering. Let's do something really quickly. I just want to see something. Nope. 27. Yes, there is. It's probably the same thing. Have you guys heard of the XBT with one of the candy cars on a non-candy delivery XBT? One of the candy cars on the a non-candy XBT, which is rare. I call them the candy cars because they're on the candy livery XBT. Anyway, that's about it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's go to assets. Asset. No, no assets. You know what? They actually changed it. They changed they changed S28 from being an asset to a case set listed. Which is so annoying because now I can't tell the difference between the case set and the S set if I want to find S28. I've been on it by the way, so and also in October last year, S28 was actually listed as an asset, and it was so cool to see an asset on AnyTrip for the first time. Like for me, obviously, because I started using AnyTrip 2 years ago when I found out, and it really helped me. Started my channel on July 28th, posted my first video there. On my channel, it says I started in like 2024. That's when I created the account. I didn't post anything. That's me just watching random videos. Anyway, that's enough of me yapping. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Sydney Transport Vlogs. If you guys are still here, the argument with me and T-Sets Transport, which is Elliot from T-Sets Transport, I'm really sorry that I was speaking that manner. It's not me. I just really did not like the fact that he was posting the same content of trains over and over again, just trying to get an argument out. But now I've misunderstood he was trying to make a joke, which no one laughed at, which is unfortunate. Anyway, he needs to be careful and also what he says as well, and what he posts on his channel. He can't just be posting my channel and making people hate on me, which is actually kind of wrong. So he's also in the wrong. But that's all my past now. I've forgotten about it. It's like it never happened. And yeah, hope this video was helpful. It probably was not. It's just too late. And I don't know. But have a good day or night. And I'll see you later. This is also one of the videos that will be replacing some of my shorts as well. There'll be more like this. This is the first out of the series. Which I'm not going to list this as a series, okay? This is just weird. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Until next time. See you guys.